Hello. Alrighty, it's almost 6 o'clock, so I am about to begin. Just to give everyone who is not here yet, or anyone that wants to watch this in the future, heads up. This is Final Fantasy 1. I believe it is the Pixel Remaster version. And aside from playing like the first 5-10 minutes or so yesterday, I have not played this game before. Not in its entirety, anyway. So, this will be a somewhat new experience for me. I have played other versions of this game, including the original, and I do plan on playing pretty much all of the Final Fantasies in the next coming weeks, months, etc. I hope I can be heard, and I hope that my volume or the video game volume isn't too loud. This is my first full official video, I guess, and hopefully I'll get some viewers, but whatever. I'm going to go into the other room and check to make sure that it's actually on correctly. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. So as many of you know, I started playing this last night, and I forgot to record it, so I am starting again from the beginning. Oh, and that one viewer you see up there, if you can see it, that is actually just the other TV in the other room. So, select new game. Ready, fighter, for sure. Without a doubt. The fighter is, in my opinion, the best character in the game. He has the best defense, the best offense, usually, and that's important. The thief. I'm not going to use the thief because the thief sucks in the original version of the game. He probably doesn't suck as much in this version, but he does suck in the original, and I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to go with Red Mage. For the next character, I am going to go ahead and do White Mage. There's a few spells that I really want to have from the White Mage, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And, of course, Black Mage. Not that they're particularly good or anything. I just really, really like magic, so I will be using Black Mage. Alrighty. Alrighty, and we get an intro cutscene, which kind of gives you the background information for this game. In any event, I plan on playing all of the Final Fantasy games. I would like to play the original versions of these games. I don't know how to hook up the NES to my monitor or through the actual Twitch app. So I'm just starting with this one. I do plan on getting to at least the original NES version at some point. The two NES or Famicom versions that were never released here in the United States, I don't know if I would have legal problems doing that on Twitch, so I can't promise that I will stream those in their original form, with the obvious translations. But I will do my best to see if I can do the original NES uh, of this game. I also planning on doing the Origins version of 2, um, or possibly the Pixel Remaster, not sure yet which one I would rather do. I will be doing one of the versions of 3, probably not the Pixel Remaster because I know nothing about that. I've only played the original and I've played the 3D that came out for the DS around 2006. Probably do that one. I will do Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 as well. So if you are looking forward to seeing this and any of those, yeah, stick around, check in with my channel every now and then to see what I'm up to. Alrighty, we now have control of our character. Probably should have saved, but we'll do that later. In this version of the game, you can save pretty much at any point on the world map. In the original, you had to use a tent or something similar. This one, you don't. Alright. First order of business, we need to get chainmails for everyone that can equip it. And fortunately, they are a little cheaper in this version of the game. And yeah, for those of you that just saw the lights flicker, expect a lot of that. Every time the AC cuts in and out, for whatever reason, the lights flicker. I don't think it affects the stream, and it doesn't otherwise affect the power. So you want chainmail because that basically minuses 16 points of damage from every hit. And last night I neglected to buy rapiers because I figured, oh, what the hell, but that was a mistake. So I'm gonna get them. Absolutely. Absolutely gonna get them here. And sell the stuff that I just unequipped. Not that it's gonna give me a lot of money. Every little bit counts, especially early on, so sell that. Alrighty, so I absolutely want Cure for these guys. It's not necessarily the best spell, but you're gonna want it. You're gonna want it. Dia, which used to be called Harm, only works on undead monsters, but it hits all of them. So it's very nice to have. And I'm going to get Sleep for my Black Mage to start with. I will be getting Thunder for both Blacks and Reds a little bit later. But for now, just Sleep. And originally you could just go and rescue the princess without even knowing what's going on. But in this game, you're forced to visit the castle. Anyway, in a little interesting twist, sorry about that. Normally, the very last thing you do in a video game is you rescue the princess and get a wonderful ending credits and you beat the game. Well, in this game, it is the very first thing you do. You rescue the princess. And that's the easy part of the game. Just gets harder from there on out. First combat, alrighty. So in the original version of the game, if you just attacked the first guy like that, as soon as he died, any people that had attacks left would just target thin air, and it would be a waste. But this game, as well as almost all of the remade versions of the game, auto-targets to the remaining living enemies, which is very nice. And as I saw last night, spells do that too, including spells on your party, which is quite nice. Alrighty, undead monsters. So we are going to go ahead and use our Dia spell. Even though it doesn't really matter, apparently. But still, you get to see it in action. access to that. Alrighty, this is the first dungeon. There is stuff you can explore in here. A few treasures that are really minor, but that's risky. I'm just going to go straight to the boss, who's right here. And this is where I died last night, because I didn't have weapons for my 2 fighter-type characters. I could die again. This is why I got sleep. Causes him to miss a turn, which is nice. And it will be useful for a few other fights as well. I missed that time. Nothing you can do about that. At least he missed. It's always nice. Now all left to do is just attack. And hope we can take him out before he takes us out. Nice crit from the white mage there. And an instant kill on the black mage. That's never fun. Chain armor is doing its job and reducing the damage to very negligible for the first 2 guys. And he's dead. So black mage will not get any experience. But the total experience is divided amongst the living, so his experience isn't actually wasted. It just goes to the other people. You can see stats increasing. I don't know if stat gains are granted in this game or automatically set, or if they're random like in the first. But I'm not going to do any type of save scumming or whatnot to try to force better stats. I'm just going to play through as I can. Alrighty, and a bridge has been built. If you try to leave without talking to the princess, she forces the loot onto you, so I'm just grabbing it. I found that out last night. I tried to leave without getting it, and when I walked through the door, the game automatically gives you that little cutscene from her. And now we get this cutscene, a cutscene with a bridge being built. Oh, and I apologize for fast forwarding through all the text. I'm assuming that it's mostly the same as in the original and the other versions, so I don't think that it's there's not much of a story here. Just 4 people are going to restore the 4 primal elements of the world: earth, fire, water, and air. Okay, first things first, we have a dead party member. And yeah, they don't automatically come back to life after boss battles or whatnot. They remain dead. You have to spend money at a clinic or a church to have them resurrected. And now that we've done that, stay at the inn, because they start with only 1 hit point. They just get barely resurrected. Later we'll be able to do that on our own, but without the clinic, because we have a white mage and a red mage. But Not for quite a while. Oh, and one thing I don't want to forget. I need to get those thunder spells. On the way back here, we are going to be fighting a lot of sea monsters. And they're all weak versus thunder. And they can be very hard to hit as well. Now for the other spells in here, Fire's decent. Probably want to pick that up in a bit. The Focus, which was originally called Lock, it only targets one monster and it makes it easier to hit them, but only by 20 points, which is the equivalent of like 10%. Extra 10% chance to hit them out of 100%, basically. Not very good, and it was bugged in the original and it didn't work at all. Period. Now, sleep affects everybody. It doesn't hit nearly as often as Lock does, but it does hit quite a bit, as maybe you've seen. Maybe you didn't really have a chance to see. It hits sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. But it increases the damage monsters take by 25%. I don't know, at least in the original it did. And of course the monsters lose their next turn, whenever that may be. I just gained a level for him, so you know what? I am going to stay at the inn again. Because I think that makes a sense to do. Oh, and those wizard guides that you see there. That's a new feature for this version of the game. They give you tips on how to play the game if you've never played a Final Fantasy before. So you can talk to them to get some advice. I haven't talked to them, but I don't think that they're going to teach me anything terribly new. Okay. And now we get the opening cutscene. Well, not the opening cutscene, but the opening credits. And this is where it happened in the original, too. In fact, there was no opening cutscene in the original. You just picked your characters and you appeared outside of town. Okay, well, while you're watching that, I'm going to refill my coffee. I'm back. And the cutscene is just about over. Did you make me a cocktail? Oh my gosh.
Look how fabulous your husband is.
Yes, my husband is fabulous. My husband Jeremiah, everyone. I don't think the cats are in there. Okay, off we go again. Now, there's a place up. If you go straight up, there's a place you can explore, but it's kind of dangerous. There's monsters that can poison you up there. So I prefer to avoid it. And I'm just going to go straight to the next town. Complete the next important quest line part, I guess. Open up the next roadblock, so to say. And we'll get the treasure up above a little later. Okay, lizard. Gone. Some more levels. How nice. Okay. Wow. Game just doesn't want to give my red mage any hit points. That happened last night, too. Oh well. And these guys aren't normally common encounters like this. In fact, it's I don't usually fight them on my way to the second town. It does seem like they've made the monsters easier to hit. Yeah, gotta cure up that. I should have done that before. Oh well, sleep it is. Good job on the miss. Good job on getting the cures out before you can get killed. Now, how often does that happen that your black mage gets more hit points than your red mage? That's insanity. Oh well, that's insanity too, missing that much on a sleep. Oh well. We'll just have to do it again. Yikes. Okay, there we go. Got the rest of them. Alrighty. Whoops. Save the game really quick before we go in the town. Oh, you can run fast, by the way, or walk fast if you hold down the, for me it's the A button, because I changed the configuration, but, just depends. I am gonna rest, refill my mana, and my hit points. And I'm gonna talk to this guy. Let's see here. It's a quick save. Oh, cool. So, I guess it's probably just a one-file save, but yay, works. Talk to this guy and you'll be forced into a battle versus 9 pirates. The pirates don't have a lot of hit points, but there are 9 of them. Get you. Hopefully we can take these guys out before they kill the black mage. There we go. Alrighty. Wow, levels are going up really quick in this version of the game. Okay. First order of business, we've got some stuff to get for our fighter. How much money we have? $7.98. Welcome. First order of business, we are going to buy a leather shield that will give him an extra 3 points or so. And I can afford iron armor, so I'm getting that as well. Only the fighter can equip those, not even the red mage. Armor is so important in this game. This raises his damage defense from 15 to 24. The shield, I believe, gives me, yeah, 2. There's other stuff to get here that would be nice, but for now we're kind of out of money, so we're just going to move along. Now, if you go that way, down below the mountains and around, you could reach an area where there's really, really hard monsters that you're not supposed to encounter until much, much later in the game. But we're not going to do that. Even though it is a lot of experience, I don't really think it's worth it. Okay. Okay, hopefully this doesn't end badly for the white mage or black mage here. Okay. Well, it's either gonna work or it's not. Okay, cool. Got a little lucky there. No one decided to attack white mage. Alright, well, after that I think a full rest is in order. Okay. So, we're just going to be using thunder and attacks from people that can't use thunder. It's just that simple. There's the AC again. Ah, another one of these wonderful battles. Okay. Magic. Also out of magic, so we're just attacking. But, so we'll be able to clear this at least with one person alive. Nice. Alrighty. Here. We're gonna refill our mana here, and then we're gonna head south to the next town. Alrighty, so first priority in this next town is going to be spying a specific magic. Okay, those little eyeball things. Very nasty. They can paralyze you. So, he is public enemy number one to get out of the way. And there we go. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of strategic targeting here. Never mind. Alrighty. Well, poor Black Mage got taken out again, which really sucks. Now I need to spend the money to raise him and buy his spell, which is not something that I was wanting to do. See, is that it? Yeah, that is it. Okay. I might not have the money for it now. I do. I do. Okay, first order of business, black magic. For your black mage and for your red mage as well, you absolutely want Thundra, which is basically a more powerful version of Thunder. And you're going to see what it can do here very quickly. Very expensive. Cheaper in this version of the game than the original, but still quite expensive. Alright. So out of town we go. Save for good measure. And... oh wow. Lovely. Well, I guess I'm going to use Thunder here. Or Thundura here. Okay, one thing you're going to notice about this spell is that it... well, I'll just let you see when it happens. Everyone. And what's really nice about that particular spell is that monsters you encounter while on the boat are actually weak to lightning or thunder, as I explained earlier, so that's pretty much a wipe for anything that we're going to encounter in the sea at this point of the game. Including these guys. But I'm not going to do it on these guys because there's only 2 of them. I can take them out pretty easy with just regular level 1 thunder. Some heal ups. Okay, let's get into one battle just so I can show. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Okay. And there you have it. That is why we get it. And you can, if you want to gain experience, you can do that right outside of this town on the sea. Monsters are usually pretty generous with their XP and money. And you can save here for cheap. Or not save, you don't need to save here in this game. You can rest here to refill for cheap. And with that, I'm going to call it an end to today's stream. Those of you that are watching this video, whether live or whether on my channel later, thank you very much, and I will be back tomorrow to stream the next part of this game. Thank you. Good night.